Hey everyone, I hope you're well. This is the PRS SE CE 24 that came out in October of 2023. It's now October of 2024, so this is my year-long review of this guitar. But before we get into the review, PRS is currently doing a 15% off on a lot of SE models right now. So if you're interested in this guitar or other SE models, there are a couple of exclusions. They are running a 15% off sale via their authorized dealers in the USA and Canada, and that is going on through December 31st, 2024. So I know I've had a couple of people reach out asking if this guitar is still on sale. Well, right now it is for 15% off. So check out PRS's website if you're interested in this guitar or a lot of other SE models. So if you just want my quick answer about what I think of this guitar after owning it for a year, I think it's great. I think it is a great value for money, and I also just think it's a great guitar in general. It feels really nice. It plays well. Everything functions on it as it should. I personally think it looks beautiful, and the icing on the cake for me at least is that it comes with a gig bag as well, because I have bought other guitars that cost more money that didn't come with a gig bag. So I think that's a nice touch personally. So yes, after owning it for a year, I think it's a great guitar still. Now I'm going to share some sound clips with you. My signal chain is a guitar going into my Universal Audio Volt 2 interface, and I'm using two Neural DSP plugins, the Neural DSP Archetype Corey Wong X for the clean tones, and then the Neural DSP Archetype Pliny X for the gain tones. Like I said in the intro, this is my year-long review for this guitar, so I've actually done a few other reviews on it, and if you want to see those, then I'll leave links to them in the description of this video. But I believe in my last review video, I said that the next time you see this guitar, it'll have locking tuners on it, and boom, it does. These are the PRS SE locking tuners, and very easy to swap out. I did it myself, didn't take long at all, but I just like having them for just easier and faster string changes for me personally, so that's why I swapped them out. But that is the only modification that I've done to this guitar. So I didn't change the pickup rings yet. I was thinking about doing that, and I also didn't swap out the pickups, and I'm not sure if I'm still going to do that. These are the 8515S pickups. I might do it, I might not, we'll see. So real quick, let's talk about the good with this guitar. It just feels really nice to play. The neck is nice and smooth, the frets feel nice as well, and there wasn't fret sprout or anything like that when I first got the guitar, and there still isn't, and they just feel really nice, especially when I'm doing bends and moving around on the fretboard. It feels overall like a really good playing experience, and I'm just seriously impressed by that. Besides that, I love this top. I think it looks so good. It is a maple veneer, and actually I'm gonna get it a little bit closer here. So this is the turquoise finish, and it's flamed, so it's darker where it's flamed, because I've had somebody ask about that. So mine in particular seems a little bit more green than blue, but I have seen pictures, and even when I was watching my my tone clips, it looked like the guitar was a little bit more blue, but I just want to say that mine is a little bit more green. So I don't know if that's just my camera settings or what, but your experience with the guitar may vary. Maybe yours is a little bit more blue, but I haven't seen a lot of these in person. And the only one that I've seen the CE24 standard satin in turquoise in person, and that one definitely looked closer to this color as well, so more greener than blue. But besides that, your mileage may vary, but mine is a little bit on the greener side than blue, but it is turquoise. And I know I said this in another review video, but I just appreciate that the back on this guitar is natural and it's not painted black, because I know PRS does do that with some guitars. So I think the top pairs well with the back of the guitar. It just looks really nice in my opinion. And the neck heel is also pretty comfortable as well. It does differ from the USA model, just so you know. And I don't play in the upper register that much, but with this cut, it does feel comfortable to do so. Is this the most all access heel joint there is on the market? Probably not, but this gets the job done for what I need to do, so no complaints there. When it comes to dislikes, there aren't things that I really dislike about this guitar. I just prefer to have an arm carve personally, but that's no slight against this guitar whatsoever, because objectively everything works on it as it should. But the other thing that I did notice, which I believe is just down to my own ignorance, is I've done a few string changes on this guitar, and most of them, the bridge was fine, but I noticed on the second to last string change that I did, the bridge started to raise up a little bit here once I put all the new strings on and then tuned it up, and I was like, that can't be right. So I tried to tighten the screws, because I thought I heard something like a while ago saying that, oh, if that happens, then tighten the screws, and it didn't quite fix my issue. So what I ended up doing was just doing a whole like restring, and then I think I loosened the screws, put on new strings, and then tightened them, and then that seems to have fixed the majority of the issue. It's still up a little bit, but not as much as it was, which was pretty bad. This is not a floating bridge, just so you know, so that's why it's supposed to be like closer to flush with the body. But that, again, I'm chalking it up to my own ignorance, and I primarily play hardtail guitars. Well, growing up I played hardtail guitars. Now I have a lot of guitars that have the vibrato systems, but I'm still not really used to how they work, and I don't understand everything about them. So yeah, I think the bridge is nice and comfortable, but that was just one thing I noted, was if you're someone that's not used to this type of bridge, then maybe don't let that necessarily scare you, but either be prepared to do a little bit of research, or hopefully you have a guitar tech where they can just go ahead and fix the issue for you. But it's much better now. So just my 2 cents on that. And just to reiterate, that is not a slight on the guitar. That is just down to my own personal ignorance when it comes to tremolo systems. The last thing that I want to talk about in this review is the variants of this guitar. So this one came out in October of 2023, and since then there have been 2 other variants. The first is the PRS SE CE24 standard satin. So that one does not have this maple veneer on it. And it's still mahogany body, but it's painted, and then it's got the satin finish. And then the other one is the sandblasted one. The standard satin is a couple $100 cheaper than this one. So this one, I believe new, goes for $699, and the standard satin is $499, I believe, as of filming this at least. And the other variant is the sandblasted one, which I believe is the same price as this one, and those ones come in a variety of colors as well. But the sandblasted ones look really cool, and when I first saw the purple one, I was like, wow. I did consider next year maybe selling this one and then using the money that I got for this to get that purple one, but we'll see. I do really appreciate this guitar still nonetheless, and so that feels kind of like a weird lateral shift, but just I wanted to include that as well, just in case you're interested in those. But I do believe the SE CE24 standard satin is one of the guitars that is not included in the 15% off sale that's currently going on, just as a heads up. So yeah, one last time, I think it's a great guitar, and if you get the chance to try one, I definitely recommend doing that, and then obviously come to your own conclusion and decide whether or not it's a good guitar for you, though. So if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, and until next time, thank you so much for watching this video. Stay cool like a cloud, and have a great day.